Hey guys, welcome new subscribers and old subscribers. Hopefully we get some return subscribers and viewers. Jason Mushman here. Happy to see a lot of new faces. Big shout out to 2vintage for letting me ride that CR500. I mean, that was a bucket list experience for a lot of people, and I'm lucky to be able to do that twice. But I wanted to bring you just something. I've got some new equipment here, so I wanted to try it all out and just do a short video that I'm going to call Pistons from My Past. And we're going to start out, when I first started out, it was a 350X three-wheeler. This is a bone stock 350X piston, flat top. You can see it says HA5 right there. A lot of the Honda stuff is all HA designated, HA7, different kinds, but I still got the wrist pin in there for some reason. But yeah, that was bone stock, and I was shocked when we took it apart and it was bone stock, because I ran really well with engines that had a lot of work done to them, and this did not. So moving on, we started building the 350X, and here you can see, I think this is like 8.5 to 1 compression. This is 13 to 1 compression, and it's also the biggest bore. I believe it's 2 millimeters, which is only 1 millimeter on each side. You know, Wiseco didn't go huge. You had to go aftermarket, or like companies, when they sleeved them out and made them into like 505s or whatever. This was 390 with a stroker crank and ran extremely well, made like 38 horsepower on the dyno. This one blew up. I don't know if you can see it here. Yeah, now that I got my good camera. The valve was touching right there. Bent the valve, did not drop the valve. Got extremely lucky. But you can see, a little bit of wear, but I ran this thing for like 10 years, I think. It's all corroded because the race gas is real corrosive. I should probably put something on that or just brush it off. Okay, so we had to rebuild that one. What did we find? Another 13 to 1, same exact size as this. But this one is proof that you can blow up 4-strokes if you are not jetted correctly. Because, oh no, this is the good side. It's all bulged out right there. And this is the bad. Oh man, rod broke. Leading a race, beating a Raptor that was like a 6. Look at how that pressed that pin in there. That's never coming out. Just like the ring lands on this side. Look at how that smushed them down. Ridiculous. So yeah, too lean. Brake stuff. But we learned then, this made like 38 horsepower to the wheels, all built up, run on race gas, stroker, big carburetor, ported head, big cam, you name it. Moving on to the 2004 TRX 450R, made 38, 39 horsepower through the stock P-hole exhaust. It's like, what? The writing was on the wall. So this is a bone stock, 10.5 to 1 compression, TRX 450R from 2004. And this, in somewhere, HF1. See, there is a model designation. It's not HA. But that's kind of cool. And then guy I got hooked up with talked me into ceramic coating the top of the piston, the combustion chamber, all the ports to keep the heat where it needs to be. And if you know, you know. So then I built that up too. This was the first rendition, 11.5 to 1 compression. And I don't know if you can even see. It's just got a little tiny 1/16 of an inch. And then the pin height is probably a little different. So you get 1 full point compression ratio more. And look at how short the Wiseco is compared to stock. On the left is stock. And, I can just feel it in my hands. And then all your cross bracing underneath here, that's what gives you, it can handle some horsepower then. Pretty dang cool. And, I keep these because they're more trophies, this one I did a lot of local racing, won the national championship ice race in Eagle River, Wisconsin with that. won the state championship novice class ice race on the three-wheeler with that. This was in California, Glamis, Virginia, North Carolina, Ohio, Arkansas. So that's pretty cool. You know, these got me the trophies. This one, same. All over. Glamis again. All them nationals, TTs. And this is ceramic coated, and you can see it's not carrying too much carbon. You know, so kind of cool. Then I moved on to other stuff, you know, ATC 110. Just a little guy. Need to be done, and I just bought a cheap one, which sucks, so get quality components for those. I think we're going to find out with 2vintage that that 400EX is starting to give up more than you think. But anyways, then I had a RM80 single ring piston on there. Only one ring. But I used to use that as a pit bike and ran the ever-living shit off of it. Thought I blew it up a couple different times, just ran it out of gas one time. But yeah, different things. TRX, stock TRX 250R piston that I got a little wanky with when I was taking it out. I apologize, but yeah, and it's just different, you know, different strokes for different folks. That's two-stroke stuff. And then that Takati, when I blew it up, if you look up my playlist, I explain how the Takati blew up, and they call this a perfect butterfly burn pattern. So my jetting and timing and stuff was perfect on there. But I found out it was pieces of the air filter cage that were coming through and, you know, hitting and scraping. I don't know what else it could have been. Some wanky marks. Hopefully it don't look like that again. But yeah, so thank you everyone for subscribing. Thanks again to Joe 2vintage for letting me rip around on that CR500. No, the clutch is not slipping. No, the jetting is not off. The thing is, if anything, it could be a little richer on the main, but I don't know that. The first time I ever rode the bike, you just got to mess around. Each individual motor is different. That's why when you're really building some horsepower, you got to get the big stuff. All right. Thanks again, guys. See ya.